Yo, what up everyone? So today, I'm going to be talking about Spanish. And this is a very common mistake Spanish learners make, like from English. I did like this, that way it makes more Hispanic-like, because of all those flags, all those pictures of places and stuff. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the verb gustar. But later we'll talk about verbs like it. Sorry. Oh, you'll find out why it's so funny. Alright. So like before you get this, you need to know about these subjects, like first person, second person, and third person. First person is I in like, let's review them in English. Like I is first person singular, then second person singular will be you. Third person singular will be like he or she or it. Then first person person plural will be us, and because it involves myself and other people. And then also you have you guys, which is the second person plural. And then you have third person. Then you have third person, which is like they or he or they or yeah, that's it. And so, which is third person plural. And then in Spanish, like it works differently. Like there's 6 forms of these, but like for first one you have yo, which means I, and then you have tú, which means you. Then third you have, that includes second person formal, and then the third person as well. So it's called usted. This is used in a formal situation, like if you're talking to your teacher, authority figure like a doctor or a police officer or some kind of elderly stranger. If it's a family member, use tú, which is a familiar one. If it's a peer, you also use tú. And then él means he, ella means she. Also it can be it, like John did, or the dog, or the machine. Then you have first person plural, which is nosotros, which means us, so us. And then you have the second person plural, which is called vosotros. Vosotros is only used in Spain. So it's usually, but it's a family group in Spain. But then we also have ustedes, which is in the third part. Ustedes means you guys. It gets formal in Spain, but here in Latin America, it would be for both formal and familiar. Then you also have ellos and ellas, which means they, unless it's more than one person, like Johnny, Eva. Like you were talking about, you use the conjugation of ser. First we start off with yo soy, tú eres, ustedes, él es o ella es. Then nosotros somos, vosotros sois, and ellos, ellas, ustedes son. And the next part we have to explain is the AR verbs. If I explain about how gustar works, still can't wait to tell you guys. I'm going to use 2 examples of regular AR verbs: hablar and estudiar. Hablar is, like in Spanish, they have 6 forms of the verb, unlike like 2 or 3 like in English. It's called conjugation. So if you say I speak, yo hablo. You speak if it's a formal situation, like to a peer or a family member or someone younger than you. Then you would say tú hablas. If it's a formal situation, saying like to a teacher or authority figure or something like that, usted habla, or él habla or ella habla, which is he speaks or she speaks. Then you have the nosotros part, which means we speak, nosotros hablamos. Then you have vosotros habláis, which is you guys speak, which is a family group in Spain. Then ustedes hablan, which means you guys, usually in Latin America. And then ellos ellos hablan, ellas hablan, which means they speak. Then the second AR verb, caminar. Well, actually, I picked estudiar. Yo estudio, tú estudias, usted estudia, él estudia, ella estudia, nosotros estudiamos, vosotros estudiáis, and then ellos estudian, ellas estudian, or ustedes estudian. Then next we have, now this is when we get into the verb gustar. It's also an AR verb, but it works differently. Like if you want to conjugate it in the 6 ways, it'll be gusto, yo gusto, tú gustas, él gusta, ella gusta, o usted gusta, nosotros gustamos, vosotros gustáis, ustedes gustan, ellos gustan, or ellas gustan. Gustar does not work that way, however, because literally in Spanish they say gustar is usually when something pleases you. Like if I want to say I like, let me think of something. I like the empanada. It'll be me gusta el empanada. And the reason it's gusta means because it pleases you. It's in the third person singular at the bottom in Spanish. And then the main part reflects you because it pleases you, like pleases me. So like you have a called indirect object pronoun. You have me, which reflects me, te, which reflects you in a formal situation, then le, which reflects you in a formal situation, or he or she or it, then nos if it affects us, then us if it reflects us for a family group, it reflects you guys in a family group in Spain. Then les if it's you guys and you guys if it's in Latin America, or if if it reflects them. Like if you say you like the computer, te gusta la computadora, and then we like the bed, nos gusta la cama. If you like I like to eat, would be me gusta comer. But however, in Spanish class there's been some mistakes like these. Like for example, my teacher said translate this. He said we like I'm just gonna make this one up. Like we like to fish. Then this classmate says nosotros gustamos pescar. And then another time was when it was on a writing prompt, and then the guy said yo gusto las películas indias, or yo gusto las palomitas. And that's very incorrect, because nosotros gustamos pescar does not make any sense. Pescar means to fish, and to fish is it, so it pleases us. So it has to be nos gusta pescar. And obviously if you say I like Indian movies, it's me gustan las películas indias. And the reason I say gustan instead of gusta is because it's las películas indias is plural, which means Indian films. So like me gustan las películas indias, not yo gusto. And also the yo gusto las palomitas part. That part, the yo gusto las palomitas, it's not that way. It's me gustan las palomitas, which is plural, so it's gustan. Now we're gonna talk about how people are pleasing them. If you say te gusto, that means I please you. Or nos gusto, no, that doesn't make sense. A ustedes les gusto, I please you guys. Or if you say me gustas, which means I like you. Or if you say te gustamos, which means you like us. Like the mistake in nosotros gustamos pescar, that sounds like saying we like ourselves fishing, and that doesn't make any sense, does it? No. If you're gonna say you like yourself, don't put fishing at the end, otherwise it won't make sense. And to say we like ourselves in Spanish, it's not just nosotros gustamos. It has to be nos gustamos. But if you want to use nosotros, it's a nosotros nos gustamos. There's also nosotras in case it's a female group you want to clarify. And the yo gusto part, like yo gusto las palomitas, that's pretty much like saying I like myself popcorn. Instead, it's me gustan las palomitas. Yo gusto, it's not usually like that when you say I like myself. You could say me gusto, or to clarify it, a mí me gusto. But you can never say a yo me gusto. It's not correct. Now this is when the off phrase again to gustar. Like a mí me gusta, I like. Or a ti te gusta, you like. But you can say a él, a ella, or a usted, or a John, a Juan, or a el perro le gusta. Or you can say a nosotros or a nosotras nos gusta. Or you could say a vosotros or a vosotras os gustáis if you're in Spain. Or you can say a ustedes les gusta. Or a ellos les gusta or a ellas les gusta. Or a Iván y Eva les gusta. Or Shakira y los Yankees les gusta. Or los perros les gusta. And there's some other verbs you want to know which are similar like gustar. Some of them are like IR verbs or ER. Not sure about you, but I don't know. Here are the ones I know. Molestar, which means to bother, and not the one you were thinking about, English speakers. And then you have encantar, which means to love intimate objects, not to love a person. That's a different verb, and it's not a verb like gustar. Like, obviously, you know, molestar, it means something's bothering you. Then you have encantar, it means it really, really pleased you. Like, I mean, like pizza really pleased you. Like, if you say, here's the example of a Spanish conversation. ¿Te gusta la pizza? No, no me gusta el pizza. Me encanta la pizza. Me encanta la pizza. And also, which means I said, do you like pizza? And then I said, no, I don't like pizza. I love pizza. There's a verb called aburrir. Notice I rolled my R's because in Spanish, if there's two R's, they roll it. It means to bore. Like maybe English class bores you, someone bores you. So molestar and aburrir are very common with people. There's also like this verb called I'm still trying to think of it. Interesar, like something fascinates you, or like for example, me interesa la cultura colombiana. And also there's the verb like that gustar called quedar. It means something fits you. Like for example, this skirt fits you. Te queda esta falda. And if you're trying to say English class bores me, do not say yo aburro la clase de inglés. Otherwise you're trying to say I bore myself English class. And do not say nosotros molestamos a los perros. Otherwise you say we annoy ourselves dogs. And do not say yo quedo esta falda. Otherwise it means I fit myself this skirt. Or if you use encantar, nosotros encantamos las pizzas. That means we love ourselves, which is not actually proper. We love ourselves pizza. So avoid making that mistake. If you do, then you're gonna get it wrong. People might even laugh like me, like I was earlier. You gusto. Nosotros gustamos. Alright, that's a little too much fun. First, I have some Hispanic flags you have to look at. Alright, you done? Alright, let's end there. Goodbye. Remember, you gusto las palomitas. Nosotros gustamos pescar.